Hey guys, welcome. It's Fluffer with I'm bored, so I wanted to make a video. Um, so I laid out a TE a while back that I wanted to fly, but for all intents and purposes, we'll just use this as a basic, just get in and fly type situation. So what we're going to be working on today are air-to-air intercepts, and what I mean by that is we're going to be taking off from a specific point with a given target. Let's say that there was a border incursion and these guys are coming in for whatever reason, breaching our airspace, and they're not friendly. Well, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to go up, find them, neutralize the target, and then RTB. Pretty simple, self-explanatory type stuff. As you can see, I have a couple of packages that I fragged in this video. We'll just go with a two-ship that's going towards a strike. Let's say that, in your strike formation or in your strike package, that last minute you're getting orders that you're no longer going to be doing an air-to-ground strike. So what we'll do is we'll load up with a couple AIM-120s and an AIM-9X for these guys. AIM-9 Mike for the rear aspect portion. Let's do a combat mix of 3 and 3. Sounds a boot, right? Actually, we could do. There we go. That's a pretty standard combat mix. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We Sniper XR pod um, to help us identify, and I've given us a North Korean version F-16 skin that was included when we built the TE because I thought it looked pretty cool and haven't used it in a while, or haven't used it ever. So basically, that's about it. I don't know why it's in flight. Actually, let's go ahead and switch this over. Yeah, it sounds about right. That's an escort. Alright, we'll just use this guy instead, since everything's set up for us. Take off the HTS, load up a targeting pod, and we'll do a standard combat loadout of voila. That sounds about right. Anyways, a couple things that you always need to do before you take off is load up your tower freak on a default. What we use is preset 15. It works out for us pretty well. Anyways, the takeoff is in about 20 minutes, so we can actually go in, and don't worry about that red mark on the flight plan. Not a big deal. We're flying an intercept anyways. All right, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. Anyways, getting onto it, I like to start off with a ramp start, so let's go and do that. And we're actually in IFR conditions, but whatever. Close the canopy for good measure. And what I like to do when I set up is I like to go from left to right all the way around the cockpit. Alright, so go and set the lights on, fuel to norm, and the real airplane that would actually already be set. Go to UFC on the audio, or on your aux comm for primary. Comm 1 all the way up, comm 2, the threat knob all the way up, missile step. Let's go to both. I don't think we have an HMCS, don't care, we'll get that in a second. Switch program 2 into we can go standby for now. Parking brake 2 on. Let's go Cat 1 config. Lights are on as well. Coming around to the HUD side. Go and bring the HUD up. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to red ball the jet since it's sim. Sensor power. Normally supposed to turn this stuff on after you get aircraft power. Don't care. And we'll go and turn the pressurization on as well. And we'll get these switches once we start the JFS 2. Alright, so a couple other things that you need to do in order to get the aircraft started. Make sure that you have your throttle detent set correctly, and we'll leave it at auto for now. Turn the electrical power on, and start 2. Alright, a couple things are going to happen. JFS Start 2 initiates the jet fuel starter, and what we're looking for is 20% on the engine RPM. But once it hits 20% on the RPM, you can hit your D10 key if you have a bound, or Alt-I if you're using the keystrokes key set. Wingmen should be starting their planes up as well. Alright, there's 20%. move the throttle over the horn, as they say, and hit the detent button. Alright, that's going to bring our RPMs up slowly. And you're going to hear the plane start doing some pretty cool stuff. Let's go and turn the radar altimeter on, and we'll go to radar altimeter. There we go. Sorry for the stuffy nose syndrome. I'm kind of under the weather. Alright, the lights are on. Let's give it a little bit of FTIT and RPM. Alright, back down. Alright, let's bring our avionics on, which is this guy right here. And we'll go to norm on the INS. From here you can initiate your bit as well. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't do anything for you. And we also need to load our DTE, and the best way, actually, let's go and turn the RWR on as well. That's this guy right here. That's going to turn your RAR, as they like to call it, which is your beer can sensors, which are these guys right here. They detect enemy radar signatures. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to load up our DTE. So we'll go and hit SMIS, exit out of that, go to DTE, and hit load. Alright. What that's doing is it's loading the data cartridge into the jet. Now we have our preferences set. And now if I go to HSD, and as soon as the INS is aligned, it should come up with our flight plan. Verify that our lights are on. They are. The bit has passed, so it's not a big deal. And let's let it run its bit. We'll go to CRM mode and wait for 100 seconds on the jet. And there's a couple things to note here. We need to get our QFE, which is the local altimeter for the base. Make sure our freaks are set correctly. We are on uniform 1-5. That guy's set, that guy's set.
Falcon 1-2, rejoin formation.
Tell me I set the fucking tower freak. Sigh. We don't really need it. Best way to do, let's say that for whatever reason we're not working with the tower today, unfortunately. Just go and bring the dial down until your level. 2986 sounds about right. That accounts for the field elevation, the barometric pressure, etc., etc. And since we tabbed out of that, we need to go back to the INS page. You hit list. Hit that, and we're at 2.1. Technically, you're supposed to wait for a full INS alignment, but since it's a sim, it doesn't care. We can actually go ahead with the degradation, and voila. It says INS ready, 2.3, blah, 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 don't care. And the biggest things that you're going to notice are your flight plan here. Alright, so we need to get the rest of the aircraft on the data link. Best way to do that is hit Control O. Once we do that, it's going to pop up the rest of the jets. Hit list, enter, air to ground data link, yes, 21, 22, 23, 24, they should all be popping up there. Check FCR control, okay, don't care. Let's go to It's been a while since I've used this. Alright, cool. And we'll hit continuous for the data link. I think we're ready to go. This is going to be interesting trying to get the fucking chocks, removed. Alright, well, you gotta jerry-rig it sooner or later, right? Since we don't have comms with ground, I think it might be a bug with the theater. Just stall forward, bring it into burner, it'll break the chocks loose, throttle back, hit K for idle. I don't even know what the active runway is.
Rejoin formation.
Seat not armed. I usually get that at the end of the runway before we take off. Let's go and taxi forward. And shift backspace, or whatever the fuck that key is next to the right shift, enables your nose wheel steering, which is important if you want to turn the airplane. Anyways, we're going to be turning out to the right here, taking the active, which is what we're going to assume is this guy right here, since it's going to take us out to north departure. Crest a picture.
Sentry 1, Falcon 1-1. What's the picture? Falcon 1-1, Sentry 1, picture clear.
Actually, fastest launch in F-16 history, and normally it would take, in real life, about 10 to 15 minutes. Not probably less than that, probably like 5 to 10 minutes on a good day. Alright, so anyways, we need to go ahead and arm the seat. The seat is armed. No dummy lights on the warning control panel there. We can actually take the active, which is, eh. Always assume that you need to check your magnetic heading. So it looks like 1-1 is the magnetic heading for this runway, and that matches up. All right, waiting on the other jets. Don't care about them. Let's go and take off. I'm gonna tell the second element to RTB anyways, and we're bringing it up to 80%. Here we go. Off the brakes. Nose wheel steering off and full burn. We'll induce a little bit of ground effect once we rotate, since the weather is pretty crappy.
Altitude. Altitude.
Do a north departure, 350 knots. Check left for steer 2. Hold 10 degrees nose up at 350.
2, airborne.
Let's see if these guys are... Slight right roll, we can correct that with the trim. I don't think I have it key bound to the stick anymore. Yeah, I do. Sweet. Let's go and climb above the weather. Nose is down.
Three, airborne. 4, airborne.
I'm like drunk and all over the place. Yeah, it looks about a good trim setting. We'll cruise at 500. It should keep us pretty much lined up.
2, in position.
Alright, there's steer 2, checking right for steer 3, 47 miles, let's hold 500 knots, 0.85 Mach, sounds about right. Let's call for a picture.
Sentry 1, Falcon 1-1. What's the picture? Falcon 1-1, Sentry 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest hostile bullseye, 135, 200 miles, 27,000.
135 for 200, let's figure out where our bullseye orientation is. 135 for 200 puts them right about here. To get a good geographic location of where that is, okay, that's actually towards their airspace. Let's go and check towards steer 7. And that should put us in line. Alright, a couple things to note here is you want to change your radar or antenna elevation. MiGs like to fly low. We're roughly about 47 miles from the target area. Let's go and climb up.
Falcon 1-3, return to base. 3, heading home. 4,
Let's go master arm on. Let's go to vector.
Sentry 1, Falcon 1-1. Request vector to threat. Falcon 1, Sentry 1, nearest hostile, MiG-23s, 2-ship, Bullseye, 135, 200 miles, 27,000.
It's straight on the nose. Roughly about 37 miles. All right, there we go. We got a hit on the FCR. Let's go and keep that in crosshairs. They should pop up somewhere around here next, if they're headed towards us. Tell 2 defense in.
Two, fence in.
Change our radar to
2,
antenna elevation.
fence in.
Where the hell did those guys go? Let's focus the beam. There we go. Shit, don't lose them. Alright, so second step you need to do once you lock them up. Alright, we see our bullseye positions roughly about 133 for 209, 27,000 feet.
1, Falcon 1-1. Declare.
Declare the target.
1-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-23.
Alright, that's our bandit. Let's go and intercept them. And we'll pause it here. Alright, couple things to know here. Pretty important that you keep that guy locked up. You can put it in Twiz mode, that way you can track more than one target. But normal 2-ship operations, I'm going to want number 2 to start, if he was a real person, to start looking for the trailer, or their number 2. Which in this case you can actually see them, both, in the general. Let's see if we can get the diamond. So it looks like the lead guy is in front, obviously, and the number 2 is in the trail. I would tell the number 2 at that point, and I think I might be able to demo it in this scenario. Is what I'll do is I'll unpause it, throw it into Twiz, track wall search, and if I soft lock them, the number 2 should pop up, which we can expand it again. You can actually break out the 2 of them. And normally what I can do is say 2, attack my target.
2, Falcon 1-1. Engage, MiG-23, Bullseye 130, 220 miles, 26,000. 2, we'll go.
I dropped my target, now I'm gonna go look for the trailer. Tell number 2 he's weapons free.
Falcon 1-2, weapons free.
They're running. And the way you can tell is we're pretty much Mach 1.1 and they're still about 320 in front of us. And the ladder's not getting smaller. So this would be a non-optimal shot, and they're running. And the chances are, the Soviet doctrine, they're probably running towards the SAM site. Let's go ahead and go jammer on. Jammer's on. And let's see if we can VID these targets with the targeting pod. Didn't even turn it on. Oh well. Alright, cool. couple things to note here. That sound you just heard was the MiG-23s turning into commit onto us. Now you see that we are in Fox 3 long, which is at this caret here. This would be Fox 3 medium, and then Fox 3 close within that caret, or within that bar on the ladder. We could actually employ our weapon right now and have a good chance of hitting them because our closure rate is actually about 1,000 knots per hour. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit the unpause button and the pickle button.
1, Fox 3 long.
And in a call and engagement, you would say call sign, Fox 3 long, 129-218, 19,000 MiG-23s.
Chaff flare.
Pop some flares.
Chaff flare. Chaff flare.
These guys, they turned and run, and you can see the pitbull marker on the FCR. Means the missile is tracking on its own. There's two behind me. 14,000. So what this guy's going to do is he's going to probably break the lock on that missile and then turn back into us. And at that time we're going to shoot another Fox 3 and force him defensive again. Our closure rate right now is actually negative. Let's see. So we're in range, or we're not in range, but he doesn't know that. And if you're ever in a PvP situation, you can force him defensive. That way you can start bleeding that energy, giving you an opportunity to catch up to him. Let's see if we can demo that. You can clearly see the two-ship right now. And they're turning a beam of us, which means our closure rate should increase. And they're turning back in. Fox 3 long again.
1, Fox 3 medium.
It was actually Fox 3 long, not Fox 3 medium. You can see.
1, pitbull.
Alright, we'll get a kill on that one. Go on the dogfight primary. Splash one, turn back into that guy.
Lock.
Alright, so what we did is we killed the number 1 and we got into a knife fight situation with the number 2. Our closure rate is actually going to hurt us at this point. We're probably going to overshoot him, and we're in a pretty good guns track. I could actually shoot a Fox 2 at him, but I don't want to waste a missile, given the chance that he might not. The smart thing to do at this point would be to call our wingman and tell him to clear a 6. At this time, probably won't be able to see it on the HSD. So let's commit into the target.
Engaging. MiG-23, 12 o'clock, low.
Altitude. Altitude.
And there's that. Let's RTB. That's enough fun for one day. What do you guys think? Number 2's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Let's see if there's any other bandits.
Sentry 1, Falcon 1-1. Request vector to threat. Falcon 1, Sentry 1, nearest hostile, MiG-23s, 2-ship, bullseye, 120, 216 miles, 27,000.
Alright, they're pretty far to the northeast of us. Let's go and bug out. Tell number 2 to
Falcon
rejoin.
1-2, rejoin formation.
We should see him visual off of
Falcon 1-2, on my way.
our right 3 o'clock. And he should be rejoining underneath us. Pretty successful day. Why isn't my autopilot working? Oh well. Whatevs. We don't need it. Let's go and time accelerate back to base.
Cowboy 1-1, in. 2, in position.
Follow 2. The beauty of time warp.
Caution. Caution.
Actually, I had pretty good fuel and toll weight to make it back pretty well. Let's go and start our descent down. Trim up the jet. It should be asymmetric. Yeah, it's asymmetric.
Altitude. Altitude.
So these would normally be IFR conditions, but because it's Falcon, I don't give a shit. We'll land VFR. 24 miles, should see the base on the HUD. Let's go and time accelerate again. £700 of gas, plenty.
Oh, shoot! Jeez. Oh, shoot! I'm taking fire!
Someone's having
No
a bad
shot.
fucking day.
Cowboy 4, we are heading home.
I don't even see where the landing lights are. We can enter in a left downwind. Oh, this will be interesting. Actually, let's do that was our takeoff runway, so let's just do that. I don't even know what the winds are. Speed brakes out, looking for, we'll do a fast approach 180 till we're about 1 mile. Short final, then we'll drop down to 160. 3,000 feet, pretty high. And we're below 300 gears coming down. Yep, it is 1-1, that is the active. Alright, we're turning right base to final now. Right in the AOA indexer. Just pretend that there's no rain or weather. We're inside the minimums anyways, continue. Oh yeah, that's a nasty crosswind, huh? We're fighting it all the way down. Alright, let's bring the power out. Ugh, that would have been bad. Real life. Oh well. YOLO. Anyways, that's a tutorial on how to kill bad guys. Enjoy.